All right, December top 5. Here's the tracks I listened to come to these conclusions. Mid evaluation, using the piano. No more, no more. Skip that. Skip that. Welcome to the Machine. Final scene. Elevator opens, walks into what sounds like a dinner party. The amount of detail that you can pick up on that track is directly related to the resolving capabilities of the drive, or be it dynamic or balanced armature of the set that you were listening to. If you have OCD, you know this track. Michael Jackson, one of the best modern LPs ever created. 127 to 132 left side, left channel beep on this track in particular is the OCD moment. The whole album is just spectacular. Ebish's The Rider, DSD 128, Johnny J, DJ Quick made magic on this. Bass, mids, treble. There's just so much going on. So much going on. Operator, Jim Croce, guitar, guy sitting on a stool, singing into a mic. Not much more going on than that. Very good for evaluating everything, particularly vocals, and particularly in the mid-range and early treble. Taking It to the Street by the Doobie Brothers. Opening bass line is absolutely fantastic. You can hear the pull, you can hear the release of the string, and you can hear the resonance of the bass string. It's great. It's great. When you compare it to, for like speed of the bass, this is a very good track for doing that. Fire in the Mountain. Grateful Dead, famous for letting people take cassettes and other stuff and just bootleg the shit out of their stuff without caring about sales. And they actually did a much better job than I think people imagine. Fire in the Mountain is really, really, really done fantastic. I don't know the instruments that are in. I should check Wikipedia, but just trippy. Since I've Been Loving You, classic England 60s, 70s supergroup, 4 members. Jimmy Page starts out on this track. It sounds like Bonham comes in second, and then right behind him comes keyboards with John Paul Jones, and then finally Robert Plant. You can focus on either or all throughout the song. It's absolutely fantastic for evaluating gear. That's the music I listen to. I watch other people's videos sometimes. I don't know what the fuck they listen to. I'm a music lover that gets gear. I'm not a professional YouTuber, nor do I want to be one. Let's go straight to number 1. It is still the DM6s. People that don't like these are too connected to graphs. There's really not... There's not a weakness in the treble of any of the music that I just showed you. See the context that I create right there? If any of those tracks, there's nothing missing. There's nothing overemphasized. There's nothing wrong whatsoever. These are absolutely fantastic. I love these a lot. I'm going to get freaky with the Super Zoom eventually. These are still number 1, DM6s. Number 2, ikKo, OH1, I think these are called. I know you might be thinking, dude, what the fuck? The cable's crap, which is why it's changed. This doesn't do anything wrong. It's got a good presentation in a sense of like stage. All of the stuff I listen to. I kind of skipped the Stevie Wonder, Higher Ground, but that sounds really big and dynamic and wide. This doesn't have any problems. Everything's got some kind of problems unless it's the DM6. And that might be, I don't know. This doesn't have any problems that I can cite listening to the music I just did, which includes hip-hop, classic rock, and like bluegrass folk music, the Jim Croce. These are impressive. I don't know what to say. They're that good. Possible future number 2, but right now number 3 would be the FA7s by FiiO. They've got everything going for them, but there's a lack of... There's something missing. An emotional contact. Something is not... Every time I compare these with those songs to the DM6s, which I've been doing mostly, because that's a video coming up, it's not doing anything better than the DM6s. It doesn't have a bigger stage. It doesn't have better, same bass driver, doesn't have the same impact. It should. It's got tubes. It's the same thing. That goes to show you that you just can't slap stuff in a shell and copy something else when it comes to Sonics. I like it. I might like it enough to put it at number 2, but at this stage, I still think the ikKo are number 2, but I'll put these at number 3. Number 4 would be the Whizzers. My view and other people's view is very different, and again, with those tracks that I'm listening to, I think that the treble could possibly be something that might rub people a little bit wrong, but the bass certainly not. It doesn't do bass bad. It hits good when it's supposed to, and it's not there when it's not supposed to be. So I'm calling these bassy and not talking about the music you listen to. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So that would be number 4. Number 5, the DMGs. These are still really good. Still really good. Like they took a vacation and were just so-so. With the music I just showed you, these do everything well. The difference between the Oki and these are the bass on this doesn't seem as fast. It's not bassy. It just is not fast. There's a difference between the two of those, and I'm a bass head. Flip this channel and view from oldest to newest. I'm a bass head. These don't have that much bass. I've graphed it out too, and they're not that big. Very balanced up in the treble range. Slow a little bit maybe. But this was the set that turned me into believing that Chi-Fi had some gems out there, because people were not talking about this, and all the other shit I was listening to, people were talking about, and I thought, these are better than those. What are you guys talking about? And then I showed the music I was listening to. See, that's the thing about context. I watch a video from Josh, and I don't know what the fuck he listened to when he did the video. And the part that I watched, I think I watched like 4 minutes. Super Reviews did a review. That guy used to be a fucking Patreon of mine. Was that sketchy or what? I didn't know that he was a YouTuber. Mark John Sally, or whatever the fuck his name is. You got 5,000 subscribers. You review some of the same items that I do, provided by the same company, and then you join my Patreon. Super Review, dude, you got a wedding ring on your finger. You should pay attention, or someone's gonna punch you in the fucking neck. Seriously, that's kind of sketchy. Without saying like, hey bro, I got my own channel over here and I'd watch you, or some kind of a something. Neck punch, groin kick, something. You need something, bro. But that's my 5. The BGVP-DMG, the Whizzer, the FA7, the ikKo Shock, and the DM6. Now, if you've seen something on a list before but it's not here, it's because I no longer have it in my possession and I can't compare it. Don't think any less of it, I just can't say clearly. With what I have in my possession, these are the ones that I like the most. And if you were open to something that wasn't Chi-Fi, something that I would probably throw in the list at like number 3 would be these, what are they? N3? These are really good. These are very, very good. Somewhat ugly. Fit is fantastic. But these are quite good. If you can get them for a decent price, I would recommend them. And I'll be doing a combined list later. And I'm out.